So I guess you just want to start with the opening statement.
Yeah, first of all, we were extremely grateful for Coach giving us the opportunity to come over and play. I know that these guys are preparing for the season. They could have chosen a lot of opponents, but we were fortunate enough to come over and play these guys, so we're really fortunate. Thoughts on the game? Those guys were really athletic. You know, they out-hustled us. They beat us back in transition. They spaced the court pretty well. That was some of my concerns coming to the basketball game in terms of some of our keys to victory. We wanted to get back in transition and cut that in half. And I think these guys scored 17 points in transition to our 0. And we're generally a team that gets about 12 or 16 points a game in transition. We got 0 tonight, so that's a negative for us. We didn't do a good job in terms of rebounding. Those guys we got our rebound about 20, and we just didn't do the fundamental things in terms of boxing out because we knew they were athletic, but we didn't box them out. We didn't do the little things against the win tonight. But a lot of positives for us coming out of the basketball game. We had about 27, 30 points not playing tonight, so we're not on the same page on the offensive end. But defensively, I thought we did a decent job, at least the first 10 minutes, of guarding those guys. But as the game went along, their experience, their athleticism and depth kind of took over the basketball game.
The tornado warning before the game, is that something you've dealt with as a coach, and how do you think the team handled it?
It's just part of human nature. I mean, we can't control that. They deal with the same thing we dealt with. We both said we waited a little while longer. There's nothing we can do about that. The main thing was the safety of each team and everybody inside this auditorium. So if it bothered us, that's no excuse. Those guys were in the same boat. They sat and waited 30 minutes as well, so that's no excuse for the way we played tonight.
I don't have the stats with me, but I think you guys shot under 40% for the game. What was it? Was it that more Indiana's defense? Or?
We shot 41, but their defense was really good. I felt like against Marion, they were more pack line defense. Tonight, they kind of extended us a little bit on the offensive end. But their defense, it was hard for our guards to get into the paint because they had shot blockers coming from the weak side. They blocked a couple early, and our guys started changing their shot and thinking twice about getting to the paint. So that was a big factor for us tonight.
I think they had 15 or 16 offensive rebounds too. What were the difficulties in stopping them?
They just wanted it more. When that shot went up, I watched a number of plays where they were just flying in and we wasn't boxing out. We practiced all week when the shot goes up to box the guy out, and we didn't do that. Those are tough man plays that we work on every day in practice, and we didn't do that. We did it early. But late in the basketball game, when we got tired, when we got fatigued, we didn't do it.
What players stood out for Indiana, and is there a player or something that happened that you maybe didn't expect?
I thought everybody did well. Looking at the stat line, they didn't have a guy that just jumped out and scored 30 points. It was pretty balanced coming to the basketball game. And, looking at the stats, all those guys were pretty balanced. They were very efficient on the offensive end. They didn't shoot a good percentage from 3, but if you look at their shots, they were pretty much mostly open shots, So it's pretty balanced attack across the board for those guys.
What were the differences you think, I guess, in your team and Indiana now and the last time you played an exhibition in 2014?
Gosh, 2014, that's a long time ago. But, of course, different coach. Coach Crean did an amazing job here when he was here, and now Coach is doing an awesome job. I'm really impressed with, again, the way these guys space the floor. I think we played them before. They had Yogi Ferrell, if my memory serves me correct. Yeah. And he kind of dominated the ball more, which is rightfully so, rather, because he was really good at, making decisions. With this group, they had a number of guys who could handle the basketball. And I was telling a couple of guys before the game how impressed I was with how they spaced the floor. When that ball gets passed, they're moving. When that ball's on the floor, they're moving, and they're sliding away and getting good shots. They took a lot of high percentage shots tonight.
Anything else you'd like to add?